Sabrina, am I stupid?
Of course! Yes!
Oh, not at all.
Oh, hell no!
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sistas. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sistas fans, I know this seems a bit out of order. Jeremy, where's your episode review? Well, if you've been keeping up with me on Twitter, which is why you need to follow me on social media, darn it. Links are in the description below for all my social media platforms. Typically, I'm pretty good about live tweeting during shows, specifically the Haves and the Have-Nots and Sistas. Like I said in the past, I'm iffy on if I'll continue to watch Assisted Living and House of Pain live. Did I watch it live this week? No, I watched the first 10 minutes of House of Pain, then I remember that, holy crap, this week there was an epic crossover that I needed to watch. Darkwing Duck had an hour-long special on the reboot of DuckTales, and damn it, I watched it because I had to before Sistas came on. It was already on the Disney YouTube channel. It was 44 minutes, so literally by the time I had finished that crossover, it was like 1 minute before Sistas came on, and I jumped aboard to, live tweet during that show. But yeah, the whole dentist thing got my feelings, even though there's one other spot they got to get next week. But yeah, so I'm doing this video first because, to be honest, this week of Sistas, it was a good episode, but I feel like the context of Andi is the thing that most people want my thoughts on, because people wanted me to talk. What do you think about Andi? And because I was just looking at people tweeting and whatnot about Andi when she asked Sabrina, am I stupid? Before going further, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to get to 100 likes on it. I think we can get 100. Let's get 100 likes on the video. Hit the thumbs up button. Also hit subscribe. That way you help me get one step closer to reaching 1 million subscribers. But in terms of short-term goals, I'm trying to hit 150,000 by the end of the year. Go ahead and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you allow all notifications to come through when I post to the channel. Now, is Andi stupid? Yeah, we all have our slow moments, but I feel like Andi has had a lot of them. But let me say this much. I feel like I gained a new understanding of Andi towards the, in episode 24 last season, right? The penultimate episode, where it was revealed that she went through an abusive relationship in college, which could explain why she is in this thing with Gary. However, I don't know, being in an abusive relationship versus being in a relationship with someone who is married, I feel are two completely different things. Not to mention, it's almost as if maybe Andi, and again, I'm trying to understand the inner workings or the inner psyche of Andrea Barnes. Maybe she hasn't had a long-standing relationship since that one in college, and she just focused on her career, and look at where she is now. Well, maybe not now, but looking at where she was at the beginning of season 1. I feel like maybe this thing with Gary was like the first time she had allowed herself to be vulnerable, so she's willing to put up with whatever shit Gary puts her through just to say I got a man, which again reminds me of Joan from Girlfriends. When you really go back and analyze that show like I did, at least for season 1, Joan is the kind of person where she's successful, she's talented, she's intelligent, but when it comes to romance, she's kind of failing in that department. So it's almost like she would put up with almost anything just to have a man in her life. I kind of feel the same way about Andi and Gary. Or to take it a step further, it's almost like Gary probably knew exactly what to say. And it's debatable as to whether or not Gary's being set up. I will do an entirely separate video about that. But I feel like if Gary is indeed guilty, then he knew exactly what to say and do in order to get Andi on his side, so to speak, or at least for this master plan, allegedly. So Andi was a victim who unfortunately had some stupidity in the mix. But I think that when it comes down to it, my biggest problem with Andi, and it goes to this recent episode, I don't hate Andi. I mean, to be completely honest, the Andi storyline is what keeps me engaged in Sistas to begin with. But don't get me wrong, I love Maurice. He's one of my favorite characters on the show. This season starting off pretty strong with Zach. I love his character too. And in seeing where he's going, but then again in the preview for next week, it looks like he's going to have some regression, and that's going to piss me off. Fatima, I'm glad she got bumped up to a series regular because she's funny as hell. Beautiful too, but I think her humor is what hits me more than anything else. Preston is a great character too. Sabrina's just, oh my God, just beautiful inside and out. And I'm just listing off a few characters. I know there's some I'm missing, but you know, me and Crystal Lee, Jasmine, you know, we got a thing. So there's that. But overall, when it comes to Andi, I think she is a good person, but she's making stupid, selfish, reckless decisions. And I think what's making me not like Andi so much is when things happen like they did in the last episode, where her and Sabrina are talking and she's mentioning things about like, am I stupid? What's wrong with me? I have a right to be upset. And it's like, it's hard to find a good man and this and that. And she even says like, you know, when this whole thing is over, maybe I should call up Paris. And it's like, oh, isn't that the son of his mother works at the, you know, as a janitor at the law firm? Yeah. And again, maybe, I'm trying not to be biased because I've been in positions like this. What I mean is I'm the nice guy that's the reserve. Basically, when the girl I'm crushing on goes to be with someone who is like the wrong fit, or somebody that treats her like trash, or somebody who might be in a relationship, when it doesn't work out, oh, I'm going to come crawling back to Jeremy. And again, I'm trying not to let my personal emotions affect this evaluation, but I will say this about Tyler Perry writing. Sometimes he knows how to hit the spot where it's like, damn it, you got me, Tyler Perry, you got me. But I think that Andi isn't proving to be a likable character. Again, I don't hate her, but I'm not liking her a lot. Honestly, I'm shocked. Is Danny the unsung? I feel like I'm branching off different videos from this one, and I will do a Danny video soon. But I'm seeing a lot of love for Danny this season, which is, I'm for it, but I'm a bit confused as well because there's been more times than not where Danny will just insert some comedic dialogue which doesn't really fit the scene, because hell, in the last episode, the girls like, Danny, this is not the time. We got Aaron and Zach right there. Danny wants to say some smart ass comments like, yeah, this ain't the time. Some of them are funny, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's not the best thing to do. But I'm seeing the fan love. So Danny might actually be, from what I've been seeing so far, I think Danny is the new #1 sister amongst the fan base. I could be wrong here, but that's the vibe I've been getting. So, see, I'm sorry if KJ Smith is watching this video. Hey KJ, but I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I mean, that's the effect of the show. I can't talk about one character without talking about the rest, but I think what makes me mad about Andi is the fact that I don't have a problem with what Andi says in regards to like the black woman's struggle and, you know, finding a good man and whatnot, but it just doesn't sound right coming from you. I don't think Andi is the person to say that line, because of the fact that you're talking about finding a good man, but you yourself haven't proved. I feel like you've done more cons than pros when it comes to proving yourself as a good black woman. I'm not saying you're not a strong black woman. I'm not saying you're not an intelligent black woman. I'm not saying you're not a wait, what did I say? Strong, intelligent, goal-oriented black woman. I'm not saying that you aren't a good friend, but at the end of the day, I feel like Tyler Perry kind of slipped up because you have basically Andi is a hypocrite. I mean, that's a debatable title for this video. I mean, I feel like Is Andi Stupid will get more clicks and views and more ad revenue so I can pay my bills and, have more money after the dentist and eye doctor visit I got next week. But I think that Andi is more of a hypocrite than she is stupid because of the fact that it's almost like, hang on, let me think of a good example. I got a brain fart right now. I'm trying to think. That's like, shoot. I got nothing. I don't want to make a superhero reference because I want to limit myself on how often I do that because not everyone gets it, even though the ones who do get those references do appreciate the not. Oh, Jeremy, I didn't know you like Marvel or whatever. That's like, oh, here's a good example. Batman. He doesn't kill, but it seems like he doesn't have any qualms about inflicting, lifelong injuries, from like brain trauma, broken limbs and stuff like that. But he won't kill. I mean, he'll throw batarangs or essentially grenades, pilot vehicles that, shoot explosive missiles. But oh no, he's not going to carry a gun and he's not going to kill. Even though, yes, I know in the early iterations of Batman, he did carry a gun and he did kill. But it's like, oh, he'll blow up like 3 buildings in Gotham to stop the Joker. And then he'll be like, I want to tell Red Hood not to kill people. It's like, he shot 3 men and killed them. Even though he stopped the crime and there were no casualties aside from those 3 men and no collateral damage, but that's not the right way to fight crime. That's essentially what I think about when it comes to Andi. Like, you're a black woman who's messing around with a married man and you're facing the consequences of your ill-decided actions, and now you want to talk about the struggle. You created your own struggle, Andi. You created your own struggle. And Sabrina, I don't want to talk bad about Sabrina because of the fact I just love her energy. Like she's chipper, she's adorable. And I know it's like too cliche to like, well, yeah, she's beautiful, sexy, and her smile. I think Sabrina's out. Okay, now I'm turning this into like a love letter video, and I don't want to go that route. But her eyes are like her best trait. Like, that's why I got so mad at Calvin last season. Like, if this motherfucker makes her cry one more time, because her eyes, when she's sad, they're like a cute, adorable puppy eyes or a kitten's eyes. It's like it just draws you in like Puss in Boots from Shrek. When he does like dun, 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 those little cutie eyes. That's Sabrina for me. So I don't want to talk bad about her. But like when Andi's like, am I stupid? No. It's like, eh. And then Sabrina giving her the false hope. Well, I don't want to say false hope, but I don't think Gary is guilty. It's like, oh, why did you say that, Sabrina? That's something you don't say unless you have evidence to back it up. Yes, she's been working in banking for years. She's seen suspicious things like that before when it comes to like these exes making things look bad for their ex-partners in order to get them into some trouble. But here's the thing. We haven't seen Sabrina do if we saw some like, cutaways where Sabrina's looking up something on her computer or looking up the files, that's one thing. But for her to make a blanket statement like that to kind of comfort Andi, I don't like that, because Andi, oh my God, this is where we fall into the Andi is stupid department. Andi, Sabrina gave you a little bit of hope because of her experience, but she did, well, to be fair, she did say, let me call Leslie. So it does seem like Andi is trying to do some research first before she makes her next move. So I will give her props for that. However, I don't think it's wrong to say Andi is stupid, because love. I don't even know if love is the right word, because more often than not, Andi calls out Gary on his bullshit, but then goes right back to him. Again, I love the Joker and Harley Quinn comparison between the two. More like the old school Harley Quinn. The new school Harley Quinn is like more independent now. But I think that we've all done stupid shit when we have feelings for someone. Trust me, I've been there. Except I haven't done anything illegal. But I do think that Andi has potential to learn from her mistakes. However, I do feel like sometimes Tyler Perry makes some trippy decisions because it looks like a character is going to progress, but then they regress. But then again, the episode title was called "It's All About Pacing," so maybe that's a nod to this season as a whole. So overall, yeah, we're only 3 episodes in. I think this season's off to a pretty good start. Yeah, my episode review, look out for that over the weekend, either tomorrow or Saturday. I honestly don't think I have any plans to go out. I mean, I might make a trip to Bedford tomorrow if I'm up for it. It's like a 20-minute drive. If I go, I just browse their Walmart, hit up Sonic, give me a sandwich, hit up Dollar General on the way back, come back to the apartment. But that's only if I feel like going. Side note, Walmart, holy crap. I ordered something like at 6 o'clock. I forgot the exact time, but either way, I ordered some stuff because, oh, okay, I need some more bubble wrap, cardboard box, because, you know, I sell on eBay, and it's like I have another big pile of boxes to get picked up by USPS tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I'm running low on bubble wrap, so I better get some more of that. Okay, some more cardboard boxes. I need a couple other things. And my total was over $35, like it usually is, because I want to get that free shipping. So I placed the order. I want to say after I had finished recording my first video, which I do believe was my Who Will Die in the Haves and Have-Not season finale, I saw my email, and it's like, Walmart, some of your items have, oh yeah, been shipped. I'm not surprised by that. They're pretty quick. No. I looked out, most of the items were delivered in less than an hour. I'm like, what? So, holy crap, just Walmart, you doing a lot, and I love it. So, I know that's a weird segue, but just to give you an update on my plans, I have a list with a bunch of videos on it. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, about a dozen videos or so to get done over the weekend. Be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Yeah, I've watched all the shows, Bruh, Sistas, Assisted Living, and House of Pain. Like I said, the reviews will be over the weekend. I got some more discussion and theory videos on the way. And yeah, just keep blowing up my videos, guys, for real. Like, I'm looking at the numbers on those have and have not ones. The episode review, both of the trailers for the finale, and my theories on the surprise announcement we got. Just keep doing what you do, liking, subscribing, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And I think the highlight of this video for me was talking about Andi in terms of most women are like her. And I know it's a weird statement to make as a guy, but again, just speaking from the women I've interacted with, I'm just that nice guy who gets put to the side unless, you know, things go wrong with the bad boy. So Gary, I mean, hell, I mean, when Andi said the thing about finding good black men, I'm like, Andi, you had Paris last season, and what's his name? Ben, I believe was the name of the lawyer. The actor plays Tom on Bruh, but he also played a character on Sisters. I believe his name was Ben, a person she knew from college. It's like, you have these good men who are interested in you, but you're stuck on Gary. And then you want to call out, where's the good men at? Shut up. You're doing this to yourself. Okay, I'm done.